Alright, what's up guys? So in today's video, I'm going to take you through the leg day that I've been typically running in order to try and regain all the muscle that I lost when I had surgery around 7 months ago. But before I actually go into it, I got to give you guys some background info. Alright, so this all happened around 7 months ago in late July. I really messed up my knee playing football in a 7-on-7 I had against the neighboring high school. And I just felt the most weird sensation in my knee. I twisted it the wrong way and I could barely walk on it. And that sent me out. I was out for around a week or so, but unfortunately when I came back, I messed it up even worse. I tried running on it like a full sprint, and I believe that's when my ACL fully tore in half. And I ended up getting surgery on September 5th of 2025, and for the past 7 months, I've been doing physical therapy, trying to regain my mobility, range of motion, overall muscle strength, etc. But surprisingly, I got cleared to train in my own time only a couple months ago. So I've actually been training my legs for only a couple months now, and my progress has been pretty linear so far. I think I've been adding around 10 pounds per week in either a machine or free weight exercise, whatever. So yeah, it's definitely not the most ideal situation I want to be in, but it definitely taught me some good lessons about warming up and just overall safety before doing any exercise. As you can see in the video, I rolled out for about 20 minutes, just really trying to get a lot of blood flow in my legs, so when I do work out, nothing's tight or unprepared for the exercises that I'm about to put it through. Alright, so the first exercise I'm doing is a barbell squat, and I know I'm not doing a lot of weight. This is only 155, but it's because I really want to implement proper form when I do these compound movements that require just practically your entire body when you do them. So I'm warming up with 155, as you can see. It's moving pretty good. And I'm using an SBD knee sleeve on my left knee just for a little extra support. So for my first working set, I end up getting 185 for 8 reps, which is honestly super surprising to me because in my last leg day around 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was only able to get it for 4 reps. So the fact that I was able to double my rep count in half a week is just super awesome. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually forgot to put on my knee sleeve. So it's just kind of hanging around my shin right there. But first set honestly didn't feel that bad. I had no knee pain whatsoever, and looking in the mirror, my form looked pretty good, you know. My butt wasn't leaning towards my more dominant side, and I ended up getting the 8 reps pretty easily. I, I probably could have gotten maybe 2 or 3 more, but I kind of stopped right there because I didn't want to fatigue myself too bad. Now, my second set, I did 205 for 5 reps, I believe, and this is the most weight I've ever done since my injury, so I'm honestly pretty psyched that I was able to get this for as easy as it was. And I actually remembered to put on my knee sleeve this time, luckily, so that definitely helped out a bit. But again, throughout my whole set, I'm really just focused on trying to keep proper form, keep my body straight, and not really have my hips lean to any side or whatever. And I just racked it right now because I didn't want to bail or fail or anything. So that was probably 2 or 3 reps I had left in reserve. But I mean, it was a pretty good set. And a reason why I'm not necessarily going to failure for every single set is, I mean, obviously central nervous system fatigue. I don't want to be too exhausted at the start of my workout. But also, I'm on a strict program of just linear progression for my legs. So I'll do a weight, get it for 6 to 8 reps, and if proper form, then I go up 10 pounds. Even if I can do more reps, I don't necessarily want to go to failure every single time because that's just going to add up and be a lot of fatigue over time. So on my squats, like as you saw when I did 185 and 205, I was 100% able to squeeze out maybe 3 or 4 more reps if I actually pushed extremely hard like I usually do. But because of my certain injury, I'm only on a certain set of progression that I have to go through. So I'm not really necessarily trying to go to failure, more so just trying to get solid reps and the fundamentals back down so then I can slowly progress back to where I was. Now, for my first hamstring exercise, I'm doing RDLs, and I did 2 sets of around 6 to 8 reps. And I'm using lifting straps for this movement because I have this really bad cut on my hands, and anytime I tried to grip on something somewhat heavy, I would just get the most excruciating pain on my palm that just was completely unbearable. So I used lifting straps for both of these sets. not because my grip strength couldn't really handle it, but just because the injury was preventing me from actually going all out. And one thing that I see people misinterpret about RDLs in the actual form is that a lot of people think that an RDL is just lowering your torso down on the ground and then bringing it back up, but that's not correct. The RDL is a hinge movement. So, as seen in the past set and what you're about to see, when I do my RDLs, I hinge my glutes and my hips back as far as my hamstrings will allow it to get that deep stretch that people look for, and then I push my butt and glutes out forward. Now, some people will just tend to lower their back and then just use their lower back to bring themselves back into an upright position, which I think is a key stem to why they have back pain whenever they do RDLs. So as you can see, my glutes go out, I push them out, and then I pull them back in, and then my torso just straightens out as a result of my glutes hinging back and forth. After those 2 sets of RDLs, I'm now doing a single leg quad extension. And this movement, I'm only allowed to work out my injured knee because I did this kind of strength analysis when it was my 6-month post-op from surgery, and my right quad, my non-injured one, is in a whole nother world of strength compared to my left quad. So I was advised to do as heavy as possible on my left quad, just try and progressive overload as much as possible until my legs are equal in strength again, and then I can start doing double leg and actually training my right leg. So the only progression that you're going to actually see is just the regain of muscle in my left quad, not necessarily my right quad getting bigger, just more so my left quad catching up to where it was. So after those 2 sets of leg extensions, I'm now doing a double-legged hamstring curl, and these are going to be my final. This is my final exercise of my leg day. I did abs off camera because that's pretty self-explanatory, but my hamstring curls honestly moved pretty well. I think I was doing 145 for 2 sets of 8 or 10, and as you can see, the weight's moving pretty good, which is honestly surprising. So my next leg day, I'm definitely going to go up maybe 15 or 20 pounds and just see how that moves. And I know my leg days may seem kind of short because I'm only doing 2 hamstring movements and 2 quad movements, but this is kind of all I need right now because the main goal is just to gain back the strength that I lost. And if you think about it, I'm doing both the function of the hamstrings, a hinge and just bringing my leg to my butt, and my quad I'm doing an isolation exercise and a full body compound movement that's going to also engage my glutes, my hips, and my quads. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough through my leg day and what I do to recover from surgery, and I'll see you guys in the next video.